everyone, I'm Lauren, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite manga. In fact, my favorite manga of all time. Woo! For some of the upcoming videos, I'm going to be doing a few top all-time videos, because I think it's about time to do them. Today I'll be doing top manga. I'll also be doing a top standalone type video, and then as well a top series of all time video. Hopefully if I stick with YouTube and stuff, then I should be doing these every year just to update them and that kind of thing as I go, and it'll just be interesting to see how my tastes evolve and change and all of that. So today is manga. I would consider adding in graphic novels in as well, but there just aren't any that I've tried that I like as much as any manga that I've read, so none of them are on the list. For this top 10 list, I tried to stick with manga that I've either finished or read a good chunk of. There's some manga that I really like, and I've only read 1 or 2 volumes, and I didn't really think it'd be great to add those in when I haven't read that much of them. But for those, I will just mention them as really quick honorable mentions. So for the honorable mentions, I have Ran in the Grey World by Aki Ire, Full Metal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa, Witch Hat Atelier by Kamome Shirahama, and The Girl from the Other Side by Nagabe. So with those honorable mentions out of the way, I'll do my top 10 manga of all time. I tried to order them as best as I could, but there's a little bit of leeway with this list, so some things could really be shifted around a little bit, and it would be fine. So my number 10 favorite manga of all time is The God's Lie by Kaori Ozaki. This is the only standalone manga on my list, and this is a pretty deep and kind of depressing manga for just a single volume, and it's contemporary-ish, about mostly focusing about this girl who's like elementary school or something, I don't know, middle school, and she has to take care of her brothers by herself, and the main character is slowly finding out about her living situation. And I don't want to talk too much more about that because it's only a single volume, but it is pretty depressing, but it is really intriguing and interesting story throughout, just as one volume. My number 9 is very different, and that is Please Tell Me Galko-chan by Kenya Suzuki. This is a slice of life comedy type thing about 3 girls in high school, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a little bit raunchy, and it's just these 3 friends having fun, really. There's a bunch of other characters with, like, relationship issues a little bit, but overall, it's mostly just fun. And, you know, they get into trouble and whatnot, but they make up and they're friends in the end, and it's all fun and silly. Number 8 is Flying Witch by Chihiro Ishizuka. This is a really slow-paced, slice-of-life type story with the main character who's a witch that just comes and lives with this family for a bit. And she has to train to become a witch, but it's more just little shenanigans with her and other people she meets, and it's just another kind of sillier but more calm one. Yeah, it's just overall really chill vibes and very relaxing. Number 7 is Higurashi by Rikichi07, with art done by various artists throughout the series. This is a really long and complex murdery mystery series where people are dying off in a small village, and there's a lot of, is it this god's curse? Is it man doing it? Is it something else? Who knows? It's very spooky. It is a little bit gorier than I normally like in a manga, but it's not too bad in this. I couldn't stand the anime, but this is just really intriguing and very gripping. It gets very weird sometimes, but I didn't mind too much. Don't suggest reading it when it's dark out and you get spooked easily, though. I think it's really the only horror manga on this list as well, so this is kind of a rare thing for me to enjoy. Number 6 is The Ancient Magus Bride by Kore Yamazaki. This is another mostly kind of chiller one. The main character is taken in by this mage guy and is supposed to be his fiance or whatever. It's kind of Beauty and the Beast sort of vibes in that sense, but I mean, he's nice at least. And this is just exploring the magic in this world and all the different fae creatures that are here, and it's just interesting in that sense. There's a lot of like action with magic, and it explores a little bit of deep topics and whatnot throughout the different problems that they have to solve or that other people have. Although maybe a little bit of problematic relationship in a sense, but I still enjoy it quite a bit. Number 5 is A Silent Voice by Yoshitoki Oima. This centers around this girl. She is deaf, and this guy made fun of her in elementary school and comes to regret that and get kind of depressed about that as he grows up, but then decides when he bumps into her later that he needs to do anything he can to make up for what he did. And it was just really sweet, but depressing, and oh my goodness, so many feels, and that sort of thing. Everybody in here has some sort of problem, pretty much. It is another kind of more gripping read, like, ooh, what's gonna happen next, that kind of thing. And I really, really enjoyed it. I may have enjoyed the movie version a little bit more, perhaps, but this is also still really good. Number 4, which is the only manga on this list that I didn't initially pick up in the past 2 years or so, is Chobits by Clamp. This is one that I've had for a very long time, and I really like it. I still like it now. Another more chiller type series, but the main character is trying to figure out who this, like, she's a robot type girl, tries to figure out where she came from, why she's so different from other robots in Japan, because everybody has robots. What are they called? Persicons, that's what they're called. And it's a little bit of a romance as well, and looking into, is it okay to have a relationship with the robot, and there's a bunch of other things that get brought up. And it's just a really sweet and fun series, but also has some deep hidden layers as well that make it an intriguing read. Number 3 is which is also probably the oldest manga on my list, and that is Red River by Chie Shinohara. If you know about isekai type things where people get transported into other worlds, this is kind of a precursor to that isekai before isekai was a thing. This character gets transported into a town in ancient Middle East, and it sucks there. She wants to go back, and there's a lot of this political stuff going on. There's some people that want to sacrifice her, and it's just no fun at all for her, and she needs to try and figure out how to survive. And there's also a little bit of romance here and there as she gets to know one of the princes in the area, but it is a bit more of a darker tone type story than a lot of newer isekai are now. But it is definitely another really gripping read. Still worth reading now. Number 2 is Yotsuba by Kiyohiko Azuma. I really like chill manga, and this is yet another one with this girl, Yotsuba, just being silly, doing wacky things throughout the day, and just having a lot of fun. It's really cute, it's entertaining, and I really like it. Definitely worth reading if you want something to put a smile on your face, that is for sure. And for number 1, I'm cheating, because my number 1 is Everything by Karumori. I have Shirley, Emma, and a bride's story. I think I could probably order them if I want to, but I don't want to put 3 Karumoris on the list and then bump up to other things. So I just wanted to put them all in one spot. Shirley is about a new maid to a residency, and it's more of a slice of life type thing and Victorian Englandy type thing. Emma is a drama, love story sort of, again in England, between a maid and some other guy. Bride's story is more of a slice of life type of thing in a historic Central Asia. They're all really good. They're all really well drawn, especially A Bride's Story, which is Karamori's newest series and ongoing still. And I just love them all so much, and I could rank them individually, but they'd all be on my top 10 list anyway, so just rank them all in number 1. They're all so good, and I wish I could read more Karamori. That's all for my top favorite manga of all time. This will probably change as the years go by, and it'll be curious to see how things shift around and get removed and added on. But for now, that's approximately my top 10, or top 10 plus, I guess. So, in the comments below, let me know what your favorite manga is of all time, if you read any. If you don't, maybe is there something that you are interested in reading? Let me know that in the comments as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in another video. Bye!